Hi guys!
Hi guys!
Welcome back to my channel! I have my favorite person finally.
It's me guys. Ah, Destiny.
It's Destiny. So yesterday I did a mukbang and she was not in the mood to do a mukbang. So
yeah,
today
I'm here, so.
we are going to do a mukbang. Destiny, take out your sandwich.
I started eating it, y'all, so I'm sorry.
So we are trying the new chicken sandwich. Hold yours up, babe. Yeah. So we are trying the new chicken sandwich from McDonald's. We do not. She tasted it already.
I tasted it.
She did. We do have ranch instead.
Yes,
yeah. So. I don't know if you guys remember. Oh, show them what you get for coffee.
Oh, yeah.
She done already drank it. Look at this.
Y'all, I seriously am addicted.
It's a, what is that?
It's coffee. It's a caramel coffee with extra caramel.
Okay, so she likes that. That's like her favorite, I guess, coffee. So, if you guys remember yesterday, I was saying I needed a partner to do a mukbang with because I want to be able to eat my food
and talk
while the other person, I want to be able to eat my food and let that person talk, and then them eat their food, and then I talk. So, what topic should we talk about? You want to talk about,
I don't know.
Beauty?
Yes.
Or do you want to just talk about goals?
Honestly?
Or do you want to just talk about, like, goals?
I feel like goals.
Goals are better? Okay, so I did get Sprite, just to let everybody know.
I normally get Sprite or coffee.
I'm going to take a bite of this. Yeah, she's already tried it.
Honestly, I'm not coming from McDonald's, but it looks very sloppy. But it does taste pretty good. Like, if you look at it, you guys can see it up close. It does.
Look, yours look a little more better. Look at this. It is so dry, y'all. Did you get cheese?
Is there sauce on mine? Let me see if there's sauce. They put pickles. I'm sorry.
Girl, they didn't put nothing on my sandwich. Destiny. They are so.
What do you review it before you taste it so far? What is your review?
My review is horrible. I don't want to go and
Okay,
girl, look. I'm telling
this,
you right now.
Honestly, I guess I rate this so far by the look of it. This is like a 4. Hers is like a 1. They did horrible.
So I had to like add ranch just to give it
a little bit of a flavor. Huh?
Y'all, I am so literally pissed. But I don't feel like driving all the way
back to get
another one. And you know I don't.
Yeah. That's
going to piss me off. Okay, guys. So, me and Destiny were having a discussion. I was explaining to her about having disciplines in her life and structure and ordinance and, managing certain thoughts and stuff. And I was telling her, in order for you to prosper, those are a lot of things that you have to already have in order to become prosperous. And that's not just in the physical, you guys. That is in the spiritual also. So, what do you think about that? About what I've told you?
I agree, 100%. I agree with everything she was saying to me, you guys. She was just kind of giving, how can I describe it? Advice from what she's experienced to kind of, have me get a picture of kind of what she was saying, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was just telling her, listen, I want to give you some guidance. I want to help you to understand something about being disciplined in all areas of your life. God taught me in the beginning of my sobriety. He taught me to basically start disciplining yourself, even if it's 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day. Put your phone down, do something constructive, whatever, right? So the first year of my sobriety, I had to go through a 52-week parenting class. It was judged ordered for me. But that was such a sore subject for me because it was a constant reminder of, you know, me,
of an kind of
my kids.
Yeah, something she's going through right now as well.
So it was really, really, really emotional for me. But I will walk you guys through that journey. Destiny went with me, to Everett, Washington. And what did you think about how I handled the situation?
Honestly, I'm not a mom, but from my point of view, I think it was a lot of strength that was put into everything that was going on because, honestly, her predicament, a lot of people, which I'm sure she's told her testimony kind of similar to about it. Not probably completely, but certain things. And being in a mom's spot, like I said, I'm not a mom. This is from my perspective. Mm-hmm. But being in a situation like that and just kind of having that put in your face, as a mom, not only I believe can be very hurtful to that mother of those people, but especially if you're a mom and you're watching this video, moms have bonds with their children from birth, from in the womb. They automatically, you know, gain a sort of connection with the mother and the father. So kind of having that like torn apart and not being with those people or those children every day, all day, and not being able to see them for a long period of time can be very discouraging and just very hurtful at the same time. You know, that's my perspective.
I love the way that you put that, and Destiny, I can't. I'm sorry.
It is, you guys. It is very. It's a hurtful.
The funny thing is Destiny has both of her parents.
Yeah,
but they go through their issues. Destiny stays with me and my mom for now until my sister gets a bigger spot so Destiny can go there. But Destiny's probably I'm gonna be moving in my own place, and Destiny will probably go there with me.
Most likely.
She will have her own room. I will let her have her own room, so she can have her own privacy. But me and Destiny have been on a lot of journeys together. We've been on a lot of spiritual journeys together. We've been in a lot of physical journeys together. We have went through anger towards each other on top of, you know,
seriously.
Yeah, on top of the enemy trying to just break our relationship apart.
Yes.
And everything. But Destiny has been in the most deepest parts of my trials that I've went through, that I've had to walk through, where she was there. And I do believe that God sent her in my life for a period of time so that I can help her too to see things differently, and you know, and then she can help me understand what it's like to be a teenager that has parents that might not be completely healthy, or that might be, you know, going through so many things that they are not able to work on themselves. So I think for her, you know, maybe God's trying to show her this is how it can be when a parent truly changes their mindset. And there's nothing more powerful than a disciplined mindset. That is so detrimental to your prosperity through your walk with God. You know, through every aspect of your life. So we have different points of views. She's a teenager that has dealt with her parents hurting. They're hurting, and they haven't had the time like I've had. But on my opposite end of the spectrum is my kids were My kids were completely stripped away from me. And what I mean by that is I chose to do things, and I knew that I could not manage taking care of my children the way I needed to. And I tried to fight a battle that I was not ready for. I struggled, but I did try for a period of time. And then I finally just prayed about it, and I said, God, it's tough because it's
not
a tough.
Only just that.
Yeah, it's a tough situation for me because I'm gonna actually talk about my children and what God showed me on my Daughter of the King channel. And I will share with you guys the journey that we went on. When I left to go and see my kids, God gave me the money the exact day that I had originally planned to leave. When I wanted to leave 2 days before that, I was extremely discouraged.
Remember the month before? We tried to go. I think it was March.
So I originally planned on going in March. Now, my Uncle Jonathan, Destiny, my grandma, and my mom were going to all go with me, right? They were going to drive. Like, my uncle was going to go. He's like, we're going to rent a car. We're fine, right? So, even my uncle was willing to go through this journey with me, and I appreciate him for that. I really do. But I feel like, God ordained it to be the way it was because it was such an emotional time for me. And the 2 people that did go with me were meant to go. And that was Destiny and my mom. So, she even had, I don't even know her emotional journey. I didn't even know it was because honestly. With her, so let me ask you a question. On your part, how did you feel? Do you feel like you felt a part of my emotions? Because you remember we had touchy situations where we argued and I was argumentative with you, and then you cried and then you went through your emotions, So, explain to them that journey that you felt when you had to go and what it taught you and how it opened your mind up to certain things. What it taught you personally.
Well, the experience overall, like I said, for me personally, before I get into what she basically was trying to ask me, the whole process of just, from the beginning, even I actually remember, you guys, before she even completely decided for me to go on the trip, I remember her mentioning a couple of things and we had a specific conversation. To sum it up, the conversation was basically, she was just telling me things that could possibly occur to when we were going. Not because she was trying to ignore me or not spend time with me. There was just certain things that she was going to put aside if what her plan was for going was going to fall through. Which honestly, you guys, I don't regret going to Everett. We had a good time. We laughed. There was just a certain situation that kind of just, it was really
struck us in an ugly way.
It wasn't necessarily awkward, but it just made me cringe inside. Like my entire, I'm telling you guys, the whole experience from when we showed up to when we had left, you guys, when I tell you I didn't know what to say, I didn't know what to say. It's like, I wanted to defend, kind of, because I knew that specific, visit was very touchy for my aunt, so I kind of wanted to defend with what they were saying, but at the same time, what can I do? What can I do about a situation like that? I mean, I could feel bad, but overall, I can't do anything. And that kind of even made me feel worse in a way. Even though the whole situation wasn't necessarily my fault, the fact that I had to see her go through that and that be put in front of her face after everything she's necessarily done to get past the things she's done in the past and to see who she's become today and have to face those things is just like, it's almost like it's almost like a slap in the face. Yeah. When someone tries their best to be the best they can in any situation, no matter what it is, and there's something that occurs with stopping from what they are trying to accomplish, it's almost like saying, no, you can't have this. I don't want you to have this. You can't have it. And that, to that person, I don't know, I'm not her, but like I said, from my perspective, that if I was in that predicament, I would probably... I would lose it. Good thing that, and before we went on the trip, you guys, also, we had prayed. I remember that too. And that, honestly, I think that was a smart thing to do, because when I tell you guys, that was a really weird experience. And it took a lot of, I'm telling you guys, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I got really angry. And it kind of built up.
She did, and you actually did say something. You didn't tell them.
Yeah. Oh, I even said...
Because she was like, the godmom that has my children, was like, oh, you know, she was really awkwardly weird.
Even
like
awkward.
we didn't even approach her in a
rude
scared rude way. You know, we stayed
a
certain feet from the stairs. You know, I made sure I shined the light on me because it was dark outside. They had no lights on outside. And, you know, yeah, like none of us were disrespectful, you know, even the little girl that was at the door, you know, even my niece, I was explaining who I was, my mom said who she was, and then Nene, my Nene said who she was, so, you know, altogether, Desi really, I knew was offended by it, but I knew, yeah, you were, because when she said, well, just go ahead. You know, like, that's so weird.
It threw me off.
And it threw us off because of the way she sounded.
And she sounded so, at the same time, I feel like she was kind of scared and awkward in a way.
Yeah.
Because you guys, we don't need to show a picture because that's her business.
No, but we are going to upload the video.
The video, yeah. I'm saying if you were to see her from then to now, this, I'm not going to announce their name, but that specific caretaker, seeing her then and seeing her now, looking completely healthy, looking like a completely different person. Okay, let me put it to where you guys can kind of understand what I'm trying to say. Say there's a person that you're used to seeing kind of necessarily as a bad example or whatever you want to call it. You're used to seeing them this specific way, them doing this, that, and that. You mean
you're telling them, like, as far as addiction?
That too. Okay. You're used to seeing this person with this specific routine all the time, no matter what. So when you are coming up to that person and you're seeing them face to face as a better version of themselves, you're like, wait, hold up. Hold up.
It's
like
different.
You got to step back and realize, like, oh, wait a minute. This person is actually legit. Like, they actually are a changed person. And I feel like to that specific caretaker that it was kind of like a scare in the face. Because, honestly, you guys, if I were a caretaker and I seen the biological mother looking like that after everything, I would probably freak out, too.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Because
you're used to, you're so stunned, and I think that's really what we understood was that even though it made us upset at the way she responded, we did take into consideration that this person was completely shocked. She has not seen us in 4 years, so we did understand that. But also, my niece, my mom, everybody knows. Before I ever went to took into not even consideration, how do I say it? Took it into where I was like, okay, now God, it's time for me to move. I'm going to have to go to where they're at, because at this point I've tried to reach out through letters.
She did. She's not
through
lying.
Talking to the biological mother of...
And the grandma.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The mom.
Oh, yeah.
The mom of my kids' caretaker. I talked to her. I wrote to their house. Yeah. My best friend helped me write. I wrote letters. I wrote more than one letter. The mom came to my church 4 or 5 times and held a conversation. My niece is sitting right here. And I persisted on being, godly about the situation and not making moves to even step foot on the property of where Manteca was, because I knew that it would have been a shock. I know I need to rebuild a relationship with them. I know that I need to, build a trust. I'm very aware of that. I would never, ever take my kids away from a family that I know is prospering them. All I wanted to do was get a relationship with them so I can get a relationship with my children. So the reason I interrupted was because before we ever went there, I stuck it out over a year. I reached out in other ways. I waited for the mom to come to me. I did it in such a way that it was so non-threatening. After the fact that I got angry when the mom kept telling me to pray, remember? She was like, pray. She came to our house on Edinburgh.
She did.
And talked to me and told me I might not ever see my kids again, but God himself told me you will see your kids again. Didn't he?
Yeah.
God himself told me this. So I'm sitting here like, this is the enemy. Like, I had this dream. And then I'm going to tell you how Destiny reacted and why she reacted in that way. She's been on this journey with me.
Yeah.
She cried the day the lady came, the mom came. And she's seen how discouraged I was because the enemy used her to make me feel like I'm never going to see them until they're adults. And I know what God told me, and I believe what God told me. I don't care what anybody says. You can talk to your blue in the face. Yeah. I know what my God said, and I believe in what he said to me. And one thing he can't take is my faith. You can make me struggle in it, but I believe God, and I know God has a plan. So anyways, she was telling me she doesn't know if I would ever see my kids again.
I remember saying that, yeah.
Right, remember? We were all in the room. It was me, you, Angel, Elena, and my mom. My best friend came, remember?
Elena was in the room. Yes, she was.
And I was crying, and Destiny, after she left, and she was like, it's just, she's changed, she up and left. I don't know, but you can be a mother to other kids, which I have been. Really, truthfully. I do. I take other kids under my wing, but my problem is I get too attached. And I had to learn with Destiny, I think what was making our relationship more rocky is because I literally thought of her as my child. Like, I had her and gave birth. I knew I didn't, but that is how I looked at her. And I was so, like, I don't know if I should call it overbearing, huh?
No,
but
not
I think I am overbearing when it comes to my nieces and nephews. And I do think that my siblings, except for my little sister, she's not really, my little sister's a little more different. She's just different. But my other two siblings, like, they're very sensitive when it comes to their kids because they do try their hardest and they've had a lot of trials and things and stuff like that. Not saying that my little sister didn't either. She's just more susceptible to it. She's just like, but when it comes to, me, I had to learn my place as an aunt. It's okay for me to tell them right from wrong. And it's okay for me to love them. But it's not okay to just take away my siblings' parenting and make them feel worse as a parent. And so that's something God had to teach me. But anyways, that's that's what made me feel sad and discouraged. And my niece was crying. Everybody in the room that day was crying. So I went through, I know this mukbang is a little bit long, but I've told you guys that I did want to release my niece's opinion and my mom's opinion. So I will do a mukbang with my mom. But anyways, Destiny can explain her reaction to when we went to Everett. And I was looking at her face to face.
It was exciting too. I'm not gonna lie. I was actually. I mean, it was like I said. It wasn't a hopeless situation because it's still gonna happen. I believe it. It's still gonna happen, and there's still hope to it. Right. It's just It's just I don't even know how to describe you guys the whole.
Because it's so many. I think it's just with so many emotions for you.
And then too. That too. It's like I don't really. And then I was also discouraged because. You guys, like, when I tell you guys I was determined to see my cousins, I was like, yes, it's time. I'm going to see them. Finally, it's finally time. Mm-hmm. So in my mind and my heart, I was
my whole family was like that.
You guys, when I tell you guys, I was so determined to see them and so excited. Mm-hmm. When I tell you guys, I was excited. Right. I was so excited. I got everything. I had my phone, but to take pictures and everything.
She was like, TT, we can go here. She would say,
I'm telling you guys.
Can you take us here? I said, girl, yeah, you already know.
I'm telling you guys, we were really, and I was planning to take pictures with them, to go to the beach, all that, right? Mm-hmm. And then just all of that overall, it was just like, wow. Like so many emotions with wow, but wow. Mm-hmm. That all I could say was wow.
Right.
Because I didn't know what to say. And then, on top of that, what even made it more, it actually kind of hurt my feelings too in a way. Right. Because I got so, which, I mean, and it's not, I'm not going to say I shouldn't have got my hopes up. Because that's a good thing that I had hope. And I still had the hope to do it. And there still is hope, like I said. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, it's not a hopeless situation. Mm-hmm. But it just felt. Like, I kind of felt like when I did go up and I had to face up with my aunt, it kind of felt like a hopeless situation. Mm-hmm. Like, wow, I guess this is it. Yeah. That's what it is, and I can't... I was like, well, I can't change it.
Exactly. When the lady was like, go ahead and go inside, She was
we could have got in trouble.
We could have got in trouble. She was trying to trap me, but God was with us the whole time. God said, "Don't you?"
And I even, what's funny?
Don't you walk in that house.
I even went with. I had told my aunt.
She said, "Tell him what you said to me."
This is what I'm telling you guys. It was kind of awkward. It was funny. Before she even I think this person had got out of a car actually.
Yeah, she got out of the car.
She got out of the car, and I knew she seen my grandma's my grandma's old car at the time. We had took her old one. She has a new one, but it was her old one. And I knew she had seen us. And I think she saw my grandma's car first, and that freaked her out. And then when she saw my aunt get out the car, and she saw me get out the car, she try to even avoid us? I think
she was trying to because what happened was when she had went up to the stairs, and I knew she was coming, she was about to turn around.
It was crazy.
I was already walking up to like where the beginning of the stairs were, and she kind of like turned, and it was kind of dark, but. Hello, my mom's car. Nobody's
It was
stupid.
bright. It's bright orange.
So, when I walked up to her, I said, Alma, I called her name, and she was like, just like that. Then I called her again. I said, Alma. She said, And then I called her again, and then after I said that, I put the light, from my phone, like this.
So she could see her face.
So she could see my face clearer. Because the street lights were on. So I kind of shined the light like this. And when I did that, I said, Amma, you know who I am. After I put the light on me. And she looked and she said, oh. Just like that. Like she couldn't believe. I know for a fact that God wanted to show her. I believe God had already been dealing with her. But I feel like God has a way of doing things like you thought you could hide for a long time. And she came in the most proper, godly way possible. You guys, my faith has been tested in every area. Am I lying?
Did I tell him the door part?
Oh, no, yeah. That's what,
so she's not lying about
no. So, my kids' guardian told she kind of like waved her hand like, go ahead. And I stood there and I was like asking my mom and niece like, should I go? What was your response?
And then I had told her, because I was like, we were not about to stand there. I don't know if she was trying to, and I think, she called the cops or that other girl.
The little girl did. Yeah,
I'm going to tell you guys what happened. She had told us to go up or come on, something like that. I don't remember what it was. I told my aunt, I was like, no, I don't remember word for word, but I was like, no, come, we're going to go down there, and we're going to go in, because I'm like, we're not going to sit here. I said, we drove all the way from California, all the way to Wyoming.
She literally said this, yep.
I'm like, no, we are not. You told me we drove heck of hours away.
To get a no.
I was like, no. That's not going to happen.
I said, but Des, I don't know. So, Mom said, I'm going to go with you. And my mom went with me, and I went down to the door. I did not open it. I did not touch the knob.
She did not.
I politely knocked 3 or 4 times, and we waited. My niece started getting aggravated, and she was like, just go in. I mean, she already said you can go in.
In my mind, I was like, okay. She said, come on. So, when you tell someone, come on.
So heated. I knew she was mad.
On, right? So, and what irritated me even more is she was taking longer. I was like, nope, knock again. And I'm telling you guys, I started getting irritated. She
did. And then I was like, oh, well, okay, well, just, not. So, after those couple times of knocking, it started getting cold.
And then you went to the front, remember?
Yeah, because we had to go to the car. Yep. I kid you not.
As soon
as we get, I'm on the phone.
That was crazy.
With my best friend telling her, this is definitely the house. This is it. God led me right to it. She said, did you see the kids? I said, the kids' shoes. Am I lying?
They were there, yeah.
Shoes were outside.
Jeff's shoes, it looked like his shoes were, those looked
like
his shoes.
His shoes were there.
Those did look
Lamias and he played soccer.
And there was a soccer ball.
Yep, he played soccer.
Yeah.
So there was the soccer ball. Then there was, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord.
There were signs.
I definitely knew this was her house.
There were signs. I was like, yeah.
Right. So God led me to the exact house. Exactly what I prayed for, He did. That's how I knew it was God. Do not move unless you know it is God. There was that whole year of me having to God told me, maintain your integrity. What did you say, God? I've done this already almost a half a year. And now I'm finding out my kids ain't even living in the same city as me and state.
Yeah,
and you want me to not do nothing?
They moved cities first.
Yeah.
Then they moved states.
Then I'm sitting there and I'm like, what? God's like, I got a plan. Maintain your integrity. Don't get angry. Don't go get loose. That's what they want.
But I did get irritated.
Yeah,
I was really irritated.
That's why when we went, that's why we were irritated, because they know everything I had to do. I had to stay silent.
Literally.
I had to stay humble. I had to repent to God all the time.
It was annoying. I'm not gonna even say it wasn't.
Yeah, right. And the all in all though experience for us was we didn't leave. We could have got up and left after that day. And something in me was like, no, we're not leaving. We're going to stay right here, and we're going to enjoy, and we're going to explore Washington, because when we come back, we are going back this year. That's what I was going to tell you.
Yeah.
So, we are going to be going back. This video is 30 minutes long, but I really hope that you guys watch this to the end.
To the end, yeah.
Because
I tried to fit everything in. It was hard to fit everything in. But you guys, all I got to say is it was crazy. It was crazy.
It was. After that, God bless our. God literally.
Well, we got positive out of it. She got. I think you got. Didn't you get? We got new clothes. Mm-hmm. We even went to the beach and we did a couple other things. So it wasn't like I said. We still got to spend time together and everything. Mm-hmm. And we still know where they're at. The thing is, there's an exercise you'd have to mention, you guys. That occurred to that.
We are going to do another mukbang.
Yes.
And we will tell you guys what we'll finish the story. So you're gonna have to really stay tuned, because like I told you guys, this is serious. Like, this journey has been so long. It's been long and rocky for me. But I cannot jump out of a fight. A queen and a daughter of God don't just give in.
Yeah, that's true.
I keep fighting, because I know that my YouTube's about to go viral. I'm going to be right,
and actually putting into it. You can't just be like,
these conversations.
But seriously, you guys,
my kids will know what I did through this right here. I believe that. So we are gonna go for now, because we got other stuff to do. But we love you guys. Be blessed. Be encouraged. And stay up. And don't give up. Bye, guys.
Bye, y'all.